Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today I want to talk about the congressional hearings with the TikTok CEO that happened today, because obviously this was a pretty big moment in the news, right? There's been a lot of coverage on it, it's trending on Twitter. People were really kind of excited to see like what was going to come from this, because as many of you probably know by now, over the last few years there's been a lot of talk here in the United States about a basically nationwide ban of TikTok on pretty much every way. Basically just taking TikTok off the American market if they don't divest their company to like an American company. President Trump, back when he was in office, actually was like really in support of banning TikTok, and then now that Biden is president, there's been even more it seems like growing support for getting rid of TikTok. Even in the videos like where I've covered, this whole situation, a lot of people seem to really be in favor of banning TikTok. Now, me personally, if TikTok disappeared tomorrow, honestly, would I lose sleep? Probably not. I mean, yeah, I guess it's cool to watch TikTok every once in a while, when you're taking a break, but it is definitely not a necessity in my life whatsoever. So today was a pretty major moment in all of this, because the TikTok CEO, Shao Chu, actually had to testify before the Congress here in the United States to basically answer the government's questions about TikTok, data privacy with TikTok, potentially what threats it could pose to American interests and whatnot, right? This was supposed to be like a moment where our government really kind of got to it, you know what I mean? Really started breaking this problem down and figuring out whether or not they were going to support some sort of ban. And instead, what we actually got was pretty poetically American federal government of, I think, what really anyone should have expected, if we're being honest here. Now, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I was on the wave of this before it happened, but there have been so many different examples of this before. I don't know if you guys have remembered the Facebook hearings and stuff with Congress. Dude, these guys know absolutely nothing about any of this technology stuff that they're trying to talk about. And it's a huge problem, and we're going to take a look at some clips here and basically see just how ineffective our government really is. You got to think, this is a situation where the government should have all the power in the conversation, right? We're basically gathering here to see if TikTok can defend itself from the "should we ban them from America" allegations, right? The federal government is threatening to ban TikTok, right? The ball's in their court. And instead of coming up to the bat, or I should say, instead of coming up to the plate ready to bat, they have absolutely zero idea what they're talking about whatsoever. And it just honestly, in my opinion, makes America look really fucking stupid. And it sucks because so many of us here in America see this and we're like, dude, what is going on? How did we get here? What time portal did we go through back in, the 1900s where we ended up in this fucking timeline where these are the people in control of us? But dude, they're asking questions that simple technological knowledge would answer for you. It's actually insane where this is all going. So let's go ahead and start taking a look at some of the clips of this congressional hearing and kind of see just how the US federal government really fares in pushing its plans forward.
I don't think ownership is the issue here. With a lot of respect, American social companies don't have a good track record with data privacy and user security. I mean, look at Facebook and Cambridge Analytica, just one example. So I do think that, it is not about the ownership. It is a lot about making sure we have Project Texas, making sure that we're protecting and firewalling US user data from unwanted foreign access, giving third parties to come in to have a look at this, and making sure that everybody is comfortable. We're giving transparency and third-party monitoring, and that's what we're doing for Project Texas.
Well, all right, so that is the TikTok CEO basically making Congress look like clowns. Now, they asked him if, TikTok would be willing to divest their TikTok project or whatever from Chinese ownership. And this is what he hit him with. He basically brought up, like I said earlier, the Facebook and Cambridge Analytica situation where one of the big American social media companies, one of the big American tech companies, allowed access to the data of tens of millions of American citizens without their consent and then covered the entire situation up. And this is something I have been saying in a lot of these videos talking about this, and it's something that a lot of people who talk about this situation also say. I understand why people do this, but they point to TikTok and they're like, oh, this is spyware, the Chinese are spying on us, this app has to be banned. But then people at the same time are completely either okay with or oblivious to American tech companies doing literally the exact same thing that these Chinese tech companies doing, except they're doing it for profit and they're American. These types of issues, like this TikTok issue, people are like, oh, we need to ban TikTok, realistically should be a much wider data privacy concern that we all globally have. As people on this planet in a transitory period in human evolution where just in the last few hundred years we've industrialized, invented things like the internet and all of this crazy technology, artificial intelligence, incredible things, right? But the problem is at the speed we've moved at, we've completely rolled over any sort of like, concerns of how these things can be implemented on a widespread scale and the negative concerns surrounding them. We have websites with data on literally billions of people, okay? And they get away with doing insanely disgusting things, Your data is the new gold. The gold rush back in the day? It's data now. It's your data. And the fact that more people don't care globally about data privacy is actually concerning. Because the government is not here in your best interest for your data privacy. They're part of the issue. The National Security Agency, Homeland Security, all these government agencies that time and time again have been caught going against the American people, tapping our phones, reading our emails, getting our fucking keystrokes, whatever it may be, right? They're all doing the same thing that they're mad at TikTok for doing, but people are all focusing in on TikTok, when in reality, TikTok is only maybe half the problem, right? But I digress. Let's go ahead and continue, because this is not the only time that, we just looked goofy in this whole thing, so.
Mr. Chu, does TikTok access the home Wi-Fi network?
Only if the user turns on the Wi-Fi. I'm sorry, I may not understand the.
So if I have a TikTok app on my phone and my phone is on my home Wi-Fi network, does TikTok access that network?
It will have to access the network to get connections to the internet, if that's the question.
Is it possible then that it could access other devices on that home Wi-Fi network?
Congressman, we do not do anything that is beyond any industry norms. I believe the answer to your question is no. It could be technical. Let me get back to you.
Okay, I'd appreciate it if you could answer that.
So what you just watched was a person who has like legitimate power, is a elected official, ask the CEO of one of the biggest social media platforms in the world if their application on a phone, when used on the internet, connects to the person's home network. Yeah, I'm not kidding. That's literally what he just asked you if TikTok accesses your home internet to connect. That is what he just asked him. Can someone please explain to me what this does, what this question answers, what information it provides that actually gives us anything to work with, right? Either A, this is the most painfully fucking stupid question that you could possibly ask, the most tech illiterate, moronic thing you could say, or B, it was a non-question designed to get a non-answer, to stall time and make it look like they're doing something important. They're not doing absolutely anything. And this has happened time and time again. Anytime any of these CEOs get in front of Congress, they have a fucking field day with them, because everybody in Congress and in these questionings are all fucking boomers who have no idea how technology works. This is like setting up a dude in like full netherite armor against a fucking Steve who just loaded into the world. You feel me? This guy's whole job, his whole existence is building this social media company through the internet. It is his job to know these things. However, Congress's job is to pass legislation and write laws and, dictate some answers to the issues of society. They are not doing that here. This is a complete fucking waste of our time, and it's embarrassing our country. Our government's sitting here freaking out about TikTok. They aren't doing anything about TikTok. They're just sitting here putting on this big fucking, fireworks show and parade about how they're gonna finally ban TikTok. They're gonna do it. Dude, we've been hearing this for like 3 years now. If you're gonna do it, do it. But do we need to sit here and have these tech illiterate fucking assholes on Capitol Hill pretend to me and everyone else in the world that they know what TikTok presents as an issue? They don't, okay? These are the same people that when they go home have to call their grandkids up. Hey, Billy, I accidentally turned my computer off. how do I turn it back on again? That's who's sitting here asking the CEO of TikTok, you know, hey, are you a Chinese spy agency, basically? Like, you would have better luck getting my fucking grandpa to do the duties of fucking asking this guy some questions. Does TikTok connect to my home network? Does a bear shit in the woods?
Can you guarantee that no one at ByteDance had a role in preparing you for today's hearing?
Like I said, Congressman, this is a high-profile hearing. A lot of people around the world were sending me wishes and unsolicited advice, but I prepared for this hearing with my team here in DC.
Now, they're basically asking this CEO of TikTok, hey, realistically, did the CCP tell you what to say today? Did the Chinese government have any involvement in your preparation for this testimony? He doesn't really give the clearest answer, in my opinion. He, it was me and my team here in DC. Yeah, I'm sure the Chinese Communist Party, one of the most restrictive, overarching, tyrannical governments on the planet, definitely didn't, hush this guy down a little bit. I'm sure that didn't happen. It gets to the point, man, when you see clips like this where it's like, these are the people that we have elected to uphold American society. They believe that TikTok is a national security threat. Now, once again, are they wrong for believing that? I don't necessarily think so. TikTok very well could be harvesting the data of US users and realistically other international users, and that could be a bad thing due to Chinese Communist Party government influence. I am not here to deny that that is a problem, but I am here to suggest that the issue is much larger than what the government is presenting it to be, and also what TikTok is presenting it to be. And when you look at these clips, you shouldn't really believe that either side, in all reality, is acting in good faith. Because, for TikTok here, their CEO is representing them here to try and, build brand image, I guess. This is like a big thing. Americans are wondering, is this a national security threat? Should I be using TikTok? His job here is to convince the American people that TikTok is safe and effective and good to use. The US government's role here is to convince the American people that this is a national security threat and it's in our best interest to force them to sell to American ownership or get the fuck out of the United States. They're both acting in bad faith, in my personal opinion. I'm sorry, I don't trust billionaire CEOs, and I don't trust fucking Fed government officials when it comes down to very much. And this is just gonna have to be one of those things. What I don't understand is why, if we're gonna continuously have people who are in CEOs of positions or whatever, like with tech companies, constantly testifying before Congress about, oh, are you a monopoly? Oh, are you a Chinese spy agency? Oh, are you harvesting the data of tens of millions of Americans? Why is there not some sort of panel or committee actually put in place with knowledgeable people who actually understand the dynamics of, plugging your fucking router into the wall at home and connecting to the Wi-Fi, or turning your ringer off on your goddamn phone when you're in the restaurant? Maybe we could hire some of those folks to be asking these guys what they're up to. I just don't get it, man. Why are we, as what is supposed to be dominant country on the planet, assigning the most dumb people that we have in government to do this job of trying to task this down? I don't know, but all it does is make Congress look stupid, and it makes me think oh, hey, I now don't think the government is as effective as they should be. This isn't the first thing that's ever happened where I'm man, the government screwed up their whole deal with this one, but dude, what the fuck are we as a country doing, man? I don't know. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel, follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at SubTheOptimus. Make sure to check out Shoptimus down below. Thank you to my Watch Optimus subscribers. Your support helps the channel tremendously. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, talking about the TikTok testimony and signing out.